Welcome back. The startup community has really been growing alongside the recent birth and development here in Buffalo. That means it's no surprise that this weekend's 4th annual Buffalo Startup Weekend saw bigger numbers than they've ever seen before. 16 teams went head-to-head, bringing their innovative business and development ideas to the table. We are joined in studio by the winning team, 3 Square Meals, and it's only fitting that the biggest startup weekend would have such a big crowd here in the studio and bring them here to us. Dan, I'm going to start with you. Dan DeJounte, you are one of the organizers for Buffalo Startup Weekend. You're also the team leader for this team. Congratulations, first of all. Congrats on winning. Dan, people may be hearing about Startup Weekend this weekend, and they may be confusing it with another business competition coming up here in town, 43 North. Can you just tell us a little bit about each and how they're involved with each other this year?
Sure. Yeah, as you said, this is the 4th Startup Weekend we've had, and we timed it well to kick off 43 North week, as the finals for 43 North are this week. But they're definitely separate, but they're similar in that they're giving startups a chance to get their start.
And Buffalo Startup Weekend, it started 4 years ago. What was the thought process behind giving this a start?
It's just a really fun event, and I really believe in the startup community, and that startups have a great chance of helping, increase jobs. And that's what we hope to have happen, is have some of the startups that form at a startup weekend actually form companies and move forward and become successful.
And you're someone, people probably know you from your t-shirt company, You and Who. You've started a successful business here in Buffalo. It's really a unique time to be doing that, wouldn't you say?
It's a great time to be doing it too. It's really starting to gain some momentum, and I could see a lot more startups launching soon.
All right, well, let's talk about the winning product here at Buffalo Startup Weekend. We have Travis, Garrett, Amber, Mike, and Mark all in the studio today. You guys created an app in 54 hours, is that correct? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, these guys were definitely the main app creators, the developers, and all that. They'll tell you more about themselves. But the app really just helps identify plates instead of just restaurants for people to choose. So it helps them decide what they want to eat, where they want to go, tracking their meals, and then allows them to categorize them, share them with their friends online, and hopefully boost up restaurants and going out to dinner. So these guys definitely were the makers of it all happen. Dan, obviously, too. I just worked to help them kind of get moving along, and I just love the event of Startup Weekend, and I was happy to work with these guys.
So what's the hardest part of making an app? And is 54 hours, is that a really short amount of time to make
definitely
one?
the time. Yeah, the time is definitely the hardest part. I was amazed. These guys built the app like crazy. I was actually working on the website, but with apps you have to target Android, iPhone, and usually you have to do that separately, but we found a way to do it all together.
And now that you can call yourselves the winner of the Buffalo Startup Weekend competition, what does that mean for your app, and where do you go from here?
Oh, well, I think we definitely want to finish it. I mean, we have a working prototype, which is great. I think that did a lot for us in terms of helping us place well in the competition. And now we have the sort of hard work of finishing it up and getting it in the App Store.
And we actually have some of your social media feeds we can pull up on the screen so people can get an idea of exactly what this app could do for them. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, well, it was quite a grind. We basically, sorry. So the app is kind of like Foursquare, but you share your dishes, your favorite dishes, and you can put them all on the social media, basically.
So this makes it a little bit more streamlined to share what you're eating and where you're eating it?
So you can track what you've eaten. I went to this restaurant in San Francisco a year ago. I'm going back. I don't remember what I had there. Did I like it? Did I not like it? What do other people like? So I can maybe, that appetizer, that was great. I want to have that again. But that main dish, not so good. Let's try something new, and it keeps track. We can rate over time. And that allows restaurants also to see what people are eating, what they like about it. If they think that the burger is great, but maybe the chicken not so good. So we provide feedback also to the restaurants as well.
All right, certainly an innovative and a trendy idea for the moment. Startup Weekend happened last weekend. 43 North is happening all this week. If you want more information, you can follow on Twitter at SW Buffalo. Dan, anything else people need to know about Startup Weekend?
I can't wait for the next one.
And when will that be? Next year?
Probably next year, yeah.
All right, that sounds great. Thanks so much for coming in for Money Monday. Congrats again to you guys, and hope to see your app on the App Store soon. Time to toss things out to Matt now.